In this video, we're going to introduce the unit circle, but first we need to review SOHCAHTOA. So when I see this triangle and I see that I have an angle theta here, and I look across the triangle, I know that this is my opposite side, and then when I look adjacent to the angle, this is my adjacent side, and then I know when I go across from my 90-degree angle, this is my hypotenuse. But we're going to call these by a little bit something different. So if you notice, my opposite side is also my y value. So this is my y, and my hypotenuse is my r. So instead of referring to sine as opposite over hypotenuse, we're going to refer to it as y over r, meaning our y coordinate divided by my radius. Similar with cosine, my adjacent side is x. And so my adjacent is normally the top, but now we're going to have x over hypotenuse, meaning x over r. X over r. And then my tangent is normally opposite over adjacent, but now my opposite side is y, and my adjacent side is x. So it's going to be y over x. And then my cosecant is going to be just the opposite. So my cosecant is going to be y on the bottom. It's going to be r on top. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so it's going to be r over x. And then cotangent is going to be x over y, because those are originally ho, ha, and AO. So let's look at this in another way. Let's say instead of r, my radius was 1. So let's say that this radius is 1. So then again, across from my angle is my opposite side, and then next to my angle is my adjacent side, and then we're saying my hypotenuse, but we're saying r is 1. So that means my sine would be y over 1, which is just y. My cosine would be x over 1, which would be x. My tangent is going to be y over x. Well, that won't reduce, so that's just going to stay. Now my cosecant is going to be 1 over y, or again, the reciprocal of y. My secant is going to be 1 over x, or again, the reciprocal of cosine, or reciprocal of x. And then my cotangent is going to be x over y. And so this is how our 6 trig functions relate to the unit circle when we have a radius of 1. So now we're going to apply this idea to a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So we've already talked about 30, 60, 90 and 45, 45, 90 triangles. And so now we're going to apply this where we have a radius of 1. So using my pattern, across from my 30 is x, across from my 60 is x square root 3, and then across from the 90 is 2 times x. So if 2x is equal to 1, that means that x is 1/2. So that means my y side, my x side here is 1/2, and here's going to be 1/2 times root 3, which is going to be root 3 over 2. We're going to apply a similar idea with the 45. So again, let's say my radius or my hypotenuse is 1. We know that this is x square root 2. So x square root 2 is equal to 1. I'm going to divide by the square root of 2, and so x is going to equal 1 over square root 2. We don't leave it like that, so I need to multiply by root 2 over root 2. So x is going to equal root 2 over 2. So both of these sides are going to equal root 2 over 2. Now again, here's my 60. This is still a 30, 60, 90 triangle, but just at a little bit of a different perspective. So across from my 30 is x, across from my 60 is x square root 3, and across from my 90 is 2x. So again, we actually already did this math, but 2x is equal to 1. So that means x is equal to 1/2. So that means this side is going to be equal to 1/2, and this side is equal to 1/2 times root 3, which is root 3 over 2. All right, so now we're going to place these triangles on my unit circle down here. So the first thing I'm going to do is place this 30-degree triangle. And it's going to go right here. So this is 30 degrees. So according to this, my opposite side is 1/2. My adjacent side is root 3 over 2 because my hypotenuse is 1. So that means this coordinate, and again, remember a coordinate is always x comma y. And so it's going to be the x number, which is root 3 over 2 comma 1/2. And so that's that coordinate right there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my 45, 45, 90 triangle. I'm going to place this guy on here. Here's my 45-degree triangle. 45 degrees is this whole part. And so according to my 45-degree triangle, actually I'm going to move this guy over. Root 3 over 2. Okay, that this side of my triangle is going to be root 2 over 2, and this side of my triangle is root 2 over 2. So that means my x comma my y is going to be root 2 over 2 comma root 2 over 2. Now the last triangle I'm going to draw is this 30, 60, 90, but with the 60 as the main angle. So that's going to go right here. And so 60 degrees is this whole angle. And in my 60-degree triangle, my 1/2 length is here, and my root 3 over 2 length is here. So this coordinate is going to be 1/2 comma root 3 over 2. And so those are my 3 key coordinates in the first quadrant of my unit circle. Another coordinate to talk about is if I go from the center all the way out to here, it's a radius of 1. So this would be 1 comma 0. Similarly, if I start at the origin and go all the way up here, again, the circle has a radius of 1, so this would be 0 comma 1. Because we're on the x-axis here, so it's going to be x comma y, so 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. All right, so why do we need to know these unit circle values? So we're going to kind of play this back with what we talked about on the front page. So on the front page, we talked about when we have a radius of 1 that my sine is y, my cosine is x, and then my tangent is y over x. So that means this is the y coordinate, this is the x coordinate, and I'm going to take y and divide it by x to get tangent. So let's go through some examples. Let's say I want to know the sine of 30 degrees. So 30 degrees, let me the y coordinate at 30 degrees. So here's 30 degrees, the y coordinate would be 1/2. So the sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. Let's say I want to do the cosine of 45 degrees. So I'm going to go to where 45 degrees, the cosine is my x coordinate, and my x coordinate would be root 2 over 2. Now this tangent one's a little bit harder. Let's say I want to do the tangent of 60 degrees. That means I have to do y divided by x. So my y coordinate at 60 degrees is root 3 over 2. I can see it right here. And my x coordinate is 1/2. So when we divide fractions, remember we multiply by the reciprocal, or we flip the denominator. So when I do root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1, I'm going to get 2 root 3 over 2. Because the fraction, remember, we multiply straight across. And so we're just going to get square root of 3. And so this is how we find sine, cosine, and tangent when it comes to the first quadrant.